Heartbreak in the final seconds. The air was electric, the stakes couldn't have been higher, and every single person in the stadium, whether on the field, in the stands, or watching from home, felt the weight of the moment. The Los Angeles Rams, a team with a storied history and a passionate fan base, found themselves in a position that every football team dreams of: the chance to win the game in the dying seconds. But as the clock ticked down, what unfolded was a moment that would be replayed in the minds of players and fans alike for days, weeks, and maybe even years to come. The Los Angeles Rams had the chance to seal the deal, but a shocking goal line fumble by Kyren Williams turned the game upside down. In a split second, what looked like a sure victory became a devastating loss. The Rams had driven the ball down the field with precision, orchestrating a drive that had fans on their feet and the opposing defense on their heels. Every play had been executed with purpose, every yard hard-fought. But as Williams took the handoff and surged toward the end zone, disaster struck. The ball, so often a symbol of hope and triumph, slipped from his grasp at the worst possible moment. Today, we break down what happened, how Williams reacted, and what this means for the Rams moving forward. This wasn't just another play, it was a defining moment, the kind that can shape a player's career and a team's season. Let's take a closer look at the sequence of events, the aftermath, and the bigger picture for the Rams organization. It was crunch time, the kind of moment that separates legends from the rest, where every decision, every movement, is magnified under the bright lights of the NFL. The Rams had battled their way down the field, overcoming adversity and pushing through fatigue. The crowd was roaring, the sideline was buzzing, and the pressure was palpable. With the game on the line, the ball was placed in the hands of Kyren Williams, a young running back who had shown flashes of brilliance throughout the season. The Rams were inches away from taking the lead, but just as Williams stretched for the end zone, the ball slipped away. It was a moment that seemed to happen in slow motion. Williams, eyes locked on the goal line, extended his arms, determined to break the plane and put his team ahead. But as he reached out, a defender's hand punched at the ball, and suddenly, it was loose. The stadium fell silent for a split second, a collective gasp echoing through the stands, before chaos erupted. The defense pounced, and just like that, the game was gone. The opposing team's defenders wasted no time, diving on the loose ball and securing possession. Their sideline erupted in celebration, while the Rams' sideline was left in stunned silence. For Williams, the realization was immediate. He had let the ball, and perhaps the game, slip through his fingers. The scoreboard told the story. The Rams' hopes of a comeback victory had vanished in an instant. One mistake can cost it all. In the NFL, the margin for error is razor thin. A single misstep, a momentary lapse in concentration, can be the difference between victory and defeat. For Williams, this was a harsh lesson in the unforgiving nature of professional football. For the Rams, it was a reminder that no lead is safe, no outcome guaranteed, until the final whistle blows. The walk to the locker room was a long one for Kyren Williams. Every step felt heavier than the last, the weight of the moment pressing down on his shoulders. Teammates offered words of encouragement, but the disappointment was etched on his face. In the world of professional sports, athletes are often judged by how they respond to adversity. Would Williams shrink from the spotlight, or would he face the music head-on? After the game, Williams did not run from the moment. He owned it. In a league where players are often quick to deflect blame or hide behind cliches, Williams stood tall. He knew the cameras were rolling, the microphones were live, and the questions would be tough. But he didn't flinch. He told reporters, "That was on me. I let the team down." It was a simple statement, but it spoke volumes. Williams didn't make excuses. He didn't blame the play call, the blocking, or the weather. He took full responsibility for the fumble, acknowledging the pain it caused his teammates, coaches, and fans. In that moment, Williams showed a level of maturity and accountability that is rare for a player so early in his career. It is rare to see such accountability from a young player, but fans are divided. Some see Williams' response as a sign of leadership and character, a player willing to own his mistakes and learn from them. Others, however, are less forgiving. In the high-stakes world of the NFL, where every game matters and every play is scrutinized, not everyone is willing to look past a costly error, no matter how honest the apology. Some applaud his honesty, while others fear this mistake could haunt him. The debate rages on talk shows, social media, and in living rooms across the country. Is Williams' accountability enough to earn him a second chance, or will this moment define his legacy? The answer, as always, depends on what happens next. How Williams and the Rams respond in the weeks to come. The conversation didn't end at the stadium. On social media, Rams Nation had plenty to say. The digital world lit up with hot takes, memes, and emotional posts. Some fans rushed to Williams' defense, praising his courage and vowing to support him through thick and thin. Others vented their frustration, questioning the coaching staff's decision-making and demanding accountability from the entire team. Some fans praised Williams for stepping up and taking responsibility, while others pointed out that in the National Football League, mistakes like these can define seasons. The NFL is a results-driven league, and the margin for error is slim. For every story of redemption, there are countless tales of players who never recovered from a high-profile mistake. The question on everyone's mind: which path will Williams take? This is not just about one play, it is about resilience. The true test of a team and of a player is not how they handle success, but how they respond to adversity. The Rams now face a crossroads. Will they rally around Williams, using this moment as fuel to drive them forward? Or will the weight of the mistake linger, casting a shadow over the rest of their season? The Rams now face a tough stretch in their schedule, and the question is, will this fumble motivate the team to bounce back stronger, or will it mark a turning point in their season? The next few games will be critical. The team's response, on the field and in the locker room, will reveal their true character. For Williams, the road to redemption starts now. Every practice rep, every carry, every interaction with teammates and coaches will be under the microscope. Every National Football League season is full of twists, but moments like these remind us why football is so unpredictable. The beauty of the game lies in its uncertainty. Heroes can emerge from the unlikeliest of places, and redemption is always just one play away. For every heartbreaking loss, there is the promise of another opportunity, a chance to write a new chapter, to change the narrative. What do you think? The conversation is far from over. Across the country, fans, analysts, and former players are weighing in. Some believe Williams will use this moment as motivation, coming back stronger and more determined than ever. Others worry that the pressure and scrutiny could be too much for a young player to handle. The truth is, only time will tell. Should fans cut Williams some slack, or is this mistake too costly to overlook? The NFL is a league built on second chances, but it's also a business where results matter. For every fan calling for patience and understanding, there's another demanding accountability and change. The debate is as old as the game itself. How much room is there for forgiveness in a sport defined by competition and consequence? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. Rams fans, football lovers, and sports enthusiasts everywhere. Was this just a bump in the road for Kyren Williams, or a sign of bigger issues for the Rams? Can one play really define a season, or is there always a chance for redemption? Let's keep the conversation going, because in the end, it's the passion and debate of the fans that make football the incredible spectacle it is. No matter where you stand, one thing is certain: the story of Kyren Williams and the 2024 Rams is far from over. Stay tuned, because in the NFL, anything can happen.